Welcome to Supersizing Bliss, the podcast, where I, Toby Witte, read from my book Supersizing Bliss, How We Have Betrayed Our Homes and the Happiness We Seek. Here's the next chapter. The Kit. At the same time as the image of the Mercedes was taken almost a century ago, you could buy a house plan and kit of construction materials from Sears stateside. Or you could browse one of many lady periodicals such as Good Housekeeping, Ladies' Home Journal, the household magazine Modern Priscilla, and Women's Home Companion, and if that still did not do it, plan books proliferated with ever-repeating house plans with sparse differences. Rest assured you know these houses well. You may happen to live in one, or maybe your parents do, or maybe you live in a descendant of these originals, a version but a few years old. In these houses, the functions are cut up into separate spaces. They have a dining room to eat. For cooking, they provide a kitchen. There's a bedroom for sleeping, and for lounging, a living room. Over the last century, nothing much has changed, except you can buy the plans online nowadays, and the houses have blown up in size. Other changes are mostly insignificant. The idea of a so-called open floor plan, for example, has not changed the equation. We just ripped down the wall between the kitchen and the living room. The spaces continue to be individual boxes for each function. We have added a few cells as well. For a while, we were fine with placing a TV in the living room until we conceived to pair it with the so-called family room. We added a garage, and then, so clever was our industrial ingenuity, a bonus room above. In doing so, we essentially began selling the empty attic space on top of our parked cars as something to be desired. Significant effort went into the packaging of more and more square feet, into an idea in itself that was to be coveted. The marketing efforts of developers and house plan providers went into high gear, selling the same plan over and over again, each iteration a copy of the next. None of it reflects how we want to live, nor are they a reflection of our needs and desires and our life experience, which is, of course, beside the point. These plans and houses are the result of heartless, impersonal companies trying to create something on the cheap and selling it as something we are told to crave. After they sold house plans and kits to the masses, we realized we can do the same with the houses themselves. You've seen the neighborhoods popping up on the fields around our cities. Chances are you live in one, or maybe your parents do. Henry Ford famously said about the Model T that you could have it in any color as long as it was black. Today you can have any house you wish for as long as it is in builder beige. The image of Charlie Chaplin working away on the assembly line in the movie Modern Times comes to mind. That is what these neighborhoods are. Assembly lines for mass-produced houses. They are part of a mass industry selling you the idea of home ownership. It is a concept I would prefer to call house ownership because homes they do not offer. To pile a few studs, drywall, and shingles onto a heap does not make a home. A home should be about you and your life story. It should be about your dreams. It should be about the goosebumps you should feel every single day. A home should caress you, envelope you, bring happiness to you. These houses, though, that are made available to us are pumped out by the millions with no consideration for our well-being. They are cold carcasses of industrial thrift. It is highly unlikely they could succeed in providing a home for us. That is not their purpose. They are mere vehicles for business transactions. I'm your host, Toby Witte, author of Supersizing Bliss, How We Have Betrayed Our Homes and the Happiness We Seek. Please go to supersizingbliss.com to order a copy of my book and find more information. When I don't talk to you, I design sexy, modern, sustainable homes in North and South Carolina and adjacent areas. Subscribe, leave a comment, and click on the links in the show notes.